welcome back to MPJ New Rock Album Review Show, Musical People and Journeys, and we're joined by a new person on our journey to Andy Dicker. Well, this is now his 8th review for the month. Andy, are you enjoying?
Yes, I have. It's been fun. It's good. You listen to new stuff, you listen to different stuff, even if it's not even rock, as apparently some people might call it. So
good.
This one might well be rock.
This one is. They are basically Sirius Black and their Rise of Akhenaton. Who are they? They're a supergroup. I'm going to read this one. You can read out the whole biography under the video in terms of who they are. So just so we're going to start, they are a supergroup originally featuring ex-members of Helloween, Blind Guardian, and Ted Morose. Started with Mario and Roland backstage at Summerfest in Spain 2013. They later enlisted more musicians and finally all met together in 2019. They've supported the likes of HammerFall and etc. etc. So let's start. Well, Andy, let's no, actually we'll start with Paul. Let's start with Paul. Paul, what did you think of this? Was this musically? I would imagine it might be up your street, but you never know, Paul. With you, let's find out.
A decade in the business and their 6th studio album, Rise of Akhenaton, have Sirius Black continue their power metal blaze, which in this case is a kind of cross between Iron Maiden and Manowar on times. Tracks such as We Are the Storm and Take Your Life are standouts. Unfortunately though, even they are not memorable enough to stick in your brain for too long, even after repeated listens. This is an accomplished power metal album that unfortunately, like so many other bands in the genre, there is nothing to rise them to the heights of Sabaton and the like, and therefore, you just forget about them, which is a shame.
Lauren, did you forget about them?
No, I'm gonna go against what Paul said a little bit here, but then again, because I don't listen to this style of music very heavily, I found it quite engaging because it was different for me. The way I'll describe it is it sounded like arcade metal, and basically like open your eyes felt like start menu music, and then as you go through the album it's like your journey through a video game almost. It had that sort of feel for me, with songs like United being like the sign, the fellowship, the hero cannot do this alone, so they unite and go on. Really enjoyed that sort of style. I thought it was really cool. Gave me some Dragon Force vibes in places, which I really liked. Had a bit of nostalgia for me. It was new, but had a sense of familiarity with, like I said, the nostalgic vibes. It knows what it is, and in places I thought it delivered it quite well.
Very good. Now, all
I can say to Lauren is I'll give her another 400 albums of power metal, and we'll see how you.
Paul, I think she's ready. I think she's ready for the hop over the fence journey time.
Going to the dark side.
Yeah.
Out of the 800 albums we've done, I think about 400 have been either power metal or symphonic music.
Paul, we've only reviewed 444 albums, okay, and only 440 have been power metal.
It's only Snow Patrol.
I don't think it's been as many as you think it is. Andy, what did you think to this style of rock? Did it something?
I think if you name your band Sirius Black, you're doing it with a little bit of your tongue in cheek, and that's not a bad thing. If you do something like this, it's got to be fun. Straight from the start of looking at that cover, that I think some lawyers from Iron Maiden are going to call about the rip-off of Power Slave. But you know what? I absolutely had a great blast listening to it. You go through it and you just listen to it, and you're straight back, back in the 80s with all those bands, and you're just there. I get what Paul's saying in that it's nothing which steps out of that. It's like having a little warm blanket of rock spelled RAWK, and just enjoying it. And that's what it is. And that's all it is. And that's sometimes all it needs to be. It's a genre where, the paths have been so well tread that they're basically gorgeous now. But you've got to do it, and you've got to do it with a bit of a blast and enjoy it. And I enjoyed it. But I just enjoyed it. That's it.
I think that might be my quote of the month. The path is so well tread is now a gorge. But gorges are beautiful, and you want to go down there and you can see how that gorge has been formed and reminiscent. I thought I really enjoyed the album, thoroughly enjoyed it. At one point I discovered when I make my cool songs list, I tend not to put more than 3 songs of an artist, and there was 4 at one point. So Silent Angel, When I'm Gone, Rise of Akhenaton. There is a mixture here. I wouldn't say this is an out more power metal. I would put this more that in that Iron Maiden spectrum with some influences of power metal. It's more like that. It's more of a really heavy rock heavy metal kind of rock album with influences of power metal. So I wouldn't put it out there as an out and out power metal kind of album. And for me though, what didn't make it what I would say, because I do really like this genre of music, is that there were some outstanding tracks, which I will keep on playing and playing and playing. But through also that album as well, there are a lot of fairly generic tracks as well. So it's a bit of it's an album that I would select, good half of the songs and want to play them again, and the other ones where I agree with Andy, it's like, well, that's been well treaded before and I've kind of heard it before, really. So I think that they bring back some of the old style and then really really mix it up with some of the other tracks that they have. I wish they would do that maybe across the whole album, and I think they would have an outstanding album. But a thoroughly enjoyable album for certain. But no way perfect from that side of things. Okay, Trish absolutely loved this album. It's certainly up there, so I'll start with her score. And again, apologies. So she's going to be spitting nails at me. And 4.5 from Trish. Paul, let's get that trend. Will they get more than 4? Will they get into our Hall of Fame? Will they get into our album of the year? Paul, Trish has started off. Surely, Paul would maintain that level.
But of course, you know the answer.
But nobody else does.
Nobody else does.
And the answer
Paul.
is no. They don't.
Don't pee on my bonfire. Don't ruin the anticipation.
3.
Lauren, surely, Lauren. I know your score.
Oh!
4, Lauren. 4. Andy.
A solid 3.5.
Oh, so if it gets a 5 from me, they get it to the Hall of Fame, which they have not because I gave them a 4. See, Paul, I knew what I'd given them, but I still build it up for our viewers, Paul. For our viewers, you know.
It was masterly done. I think the suspense got to me.
Well, it would have been masterly done if you hadn't pissed on my bonfire. I mean, come on. Overall, it was our 6th favourite album of the month. 111, 3.8 they scored, didn't quite get into a Hall of Fame. 111th out of 444. That's exactly in the top 25% of the of our 25%. Yeah, right. Okay, 41st out of 142 albums that we reviewed this year. So pretty solid score, pretty good result from us. Congratulations, well done to Sirius Back. Look forward to maybe hearing some of your other stuff in the future. So, that wraps up our 8 albums, people. We're going to move on to another bunch of retrobates with their albums and see how they compare. So, thank you very much, Andy. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you'll come back.
Yeah, it's a blast.
Good.
A great time.
Good. Well, you certainly have your work cut out if you're going to be in the Album of the Year show. There's a lot of albums to listen to, but a lot of really good albums to listen to. Lauren, thank you very much. Welcome back. And Paul, thank you very much for my cornerstone of reviews. And thank you very much. Keep on rocking it, everybody. Take care. And please like and subscribe. And leave your comments below. And and again, thank you, wonderful Trish. Sorry if you can't be here today. Sorry we didn't get to read your notes. And keep on rocking, everybody.